Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the show. We are live. Thank you so much for joining. It is Friday and feeling pretty good. It's a nice sunny day outside here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Hopefully it's nice wherever you are and whenever it is that you're catching this video. So, like I said, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 70, I think, which is kind of crazy, almost at 100. What are we doing? We are building a business that is hopefully going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. That's what we're working towards. And today we're going to try to finish the style guide that we were working on in Webflow, basically a Webflow style guide. Before I get into that, I just want to tell one little, business story. And you guys can let me know what you think about this and how you'd handle the situation. And this is just, I don't know, maybe how I handle situations, where if I feel like a company does me wrong, I pretty much, I'll give them a chance to make it right. But then, I just kind of leave, and then that's it. Cross me once, fool me once. I don't know. That's it. No, twice, 3 times. I guess maybe it depends on the company or back in the day, maybe, who knows. Anyways, so I used a password manager, and no need to get involved into names or whoever, because that's not important. I don't want to call out anybody, anything like that. But I use a password manager, and so like Andrew and I, we use that to manage our passwords here over at Pixel, and things like just login details for different accounts or whatever, because she helps manage all the finances, and so she needs access to certain things. So something happened where she ended up forgetting her password, which is, whatever, it happens. So they go in there to try and reset the password using the steps that they provide, fill in your email address and click a link. They give you an email and click a link here to update it. And you get to that point and then it just freezes and hangs. Like you get to a point in the process where it just spins and spins and spins and then nothing happens. So you can't physically use their own process to reset your password. So then I go into the master account, and there's a problem with there where I can't even reset the password at all. So I call support, or I submit a ticket, go into support, and then somebody responds like probably, I don't know, maybe around a day later, and they're like, okay, we'll just follow this. And it's like, first of all, it's like I felt like they didn't even read my initial email. I was like, hey, there's a problem with your password reset flow, like it's just not working. What's going on there? So they sent me some details, like we'll try this and this. I'm like, okay. They didn't really read my email, so I was like, okay, well, so I did what they did to change a few settings. Still, nothing was working. Nothing was happening. So I email them again, or I respond to the ticket and say like it's still not working. What's going on? And then it's something like 2 days later or whatever, still like just radio silence from their support. So but then I'm just getting frustrated. I was like, I just need to get going and start our work, right? It's been like a week since we've been able to use our password manager. So finally, I just getting a little frustrated, and I just sent a message. I'm like, you know what? I haven't heard from you in a while, so we're just going to go with one of your competitors. Thank you so much for your service so far to date, but we're going to go somewhere more reliable or something like that. It's very, just thank you, nothing, yelling or anything like that. No getting angry. There's no point in getting angry. Just thank you for everything that you've done so far, but we're going to move over to one of your competitors. Because we need to get to work. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm going to leave the window open here for like in the next 12 hours or whatever. You could respond back and say, yeah, we don't want to lose your business. We really appreciate your business. Because I've been with them for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years now, and no problems with the service up until this point. And so like I was like, I'll give them a business day or whatever, to see what they say. Like, we like your service. Yeah, we'll fix this. We'll get this going right away. I can understand your frustration. It's like, yeah, there is a problem with our actual giving our users the ability to reset their passwords. So, just fix it. That's all I'm asking, just have the product work as it's supposed to. That's all. I don't think I'm asking for too much here. And then I get nothing. I get no response, nothing back. And then I think, no, I think I did get a response back, like within like 2 days later or something like that. Was like, oh, well, okay, you make your decision. So just be sure that you cancel your account or whatever by like August, so you don't get don't get charged again. I'm like, really? You're just gonna like as a business, you just let clients go that easily without putting any kind of fight or not even just trying to solve their problem? Like, I can't reset my password. It's like, oh well, too bad. So go ahead, switch to our competitors over there. I don't know. I feel like that's really bad business. You know, I'm like, okay, well, I wish you all the best, but good luck. And so, anyways, got into the competitor, started using them, and so far, like, imported everything, no problem. And so far, everything works great. And yeah, so it's like, okay, well, you just lost, you know, it's not much, right? Like $160 a year, US. But I mean, that's one customer. So I don't know. It's very strange. Anyways, I guess the point I'm trying to make, well, I'm not really trying to make any point, but it's just those lessons that I know about how I don't want to be treated as a customer. I want to make sure that in my business, I don't want my customers to have the same type of experience or any kind of negative experience towards how they interact with Pixel, whether it's me or Andrea or whoever, right? So always keep the process in mind of how to treat a customer with respect. And it's not to say that you have to bend down to the whim of whatever your customer says or wants, right? It's not that. It's just treating them like a human, treating them with respect, helping solve their problems. Because at the end of the day, a business, you're there to solve a customer's problem, right? So, and then if you have a problem with the actual service that you're providing for them, just do your best to fix it and try to do it in a timely fashion. A big problem that I had was just the length of time it took to get to the point from like my first communication to it was like, okay, well, they're clearly not going to help me solve this problem. It was like a week. So maybe that's too much. Maybe, well, I say week, I think it was maybe probably like 5 days. So maybe like a week business time. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're doing business, because I don't know. That's a really bad kind of taste in my mouth. But you know, whatever, they can do what they want. That's their business model. If their business model is not fixing their customers' problems, then that's not a very good business model. But hey, you know, and the thing is too, is I think when you get to a big enough business, when you have a bunch of employees, you could be hitting somebody on a bad day or whatever the case may be, whoever's on support or what have you. But I don't know. It's just, you got to put systems in place to counteract that. Like when you have a big company, I don't have a big company. Obviously, it's employee of one so far, and some contractors. So I don't know what it's like to manage that, but you can be sure that whenever I get to that point where I do have customers, when I do have staff, I'm going to be documenting the whole process of what systems I'm going to try to put in place to make sure that customer service is always priority number one and the customers are always taken care of. Even if the thing that we need to do is to tell the customer that, you know what, Pixel's not right for you, but here's other places where you can go, because you're not always going to be a perfect fit for every single customer, and that's okay. Just make sure to still treat them like a human with respect, and, you know, I just always leave them feeling good, you know, when they're dealing with you. That's your brand, and that's branding right there. So anyways, those are my thoughts. So let's get going and get back to the style guide, because I would really like to get this thing at a really good point, that it's basically, that it can be done. So let's fire up some background music and let's continue on. So I think we left off looking at the form elements. We got them here, and the only problem that we have is for whatever reason, we don't have these things being bolded, which is very, very strange. But maybe that's okay. Maybe we don't want it bolded. I don't know. And we can't, there is an element with labels here. Oh, that's all labels, right? It's not, this is the same thing here. Right. Because if we go here, say like we don't want these bolded, then it's going to unbold all the labels, which is not what we want. So it's very interesting and peculiar. There's got to be something with this radio button label here that has some kind of default Webflow styling or something like that. I don't know. Okay. So let's look at our elements, our tabs. So we got a form block, and let's go tabs. Okay. I think we can set them maybe using primary colors and secondary colors. What would be a good default? Okay, so the first thing. Okay. I don't think there's any kind of class associated. So I think what we'll do, we'll just make some classes. Tabs menu, which are kind of what they're saying here, but yeah, all links. That's different than a tab link. So we'll go tab link. Is there a shortcut key to go down on your elements to like navigate this tree? Let's see. Webflow shortcut keys. The original reference is probably a Webflow. Right hand tab. Style panel. Okay, Shift, Alt. Yeah, no. Ooh, select next to previous element. Alt, left, right. Let's see if that works. So, because we're doing this, Alt. Oop. Oh, it does. Nice. Okay, we gotta go down. Looks like it opens up the tab though, but that's okay. It's not Alt, left, right. It's Alt, up, down. And okay. So this is gonna be tab. I like to call it tab content. Oh, we can Alt it. Nice. Tab content, enter, Alt. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I still gotta click here. Tab content. And this here is just tabs. Oh, no, we already have a tabs. Ugh. Tabs content. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is the tab link current. So we're going to give it a background of primary and a color of white. And so I don't want to start bolding too many styles here because the idea is to make this thing a clean slate so you can kind of do what you want. Now, do we want to do borders around these tabs? I think maybe what we can do is maybe make it like the white one. That's still pretty. That white one is pretty light. Or pretty dark. Let's see if I can edit this one. There we go. Okay, and let's go back to tab links. What do we have for our padding? Okay, let's say We don't want to use pixels, right? .6, maybe 0.7, and let's say 2. All right, there we go. Well, let me see if I can zoom that in there. Sorry, guys. And oh, something's up with this button. There we go. That's better. Didn't have the right border. And what about when we hover over top of the tab? We can give it a background color of probably secondary. I think would look good, or would be good. Yeah. And I wonder about animations and what we should do for the animations. Okay, 1 second. I just thought of something. I can't remember now. Okay, those are working. But let's take a look inside the tab here. Put in a rich text. What? Really? That's not true. Oh, because it's in a link. Right here is what I wanted. Of course, it can't be in the link. Okay. And of course, with our rich text, we want to go rich text class. And our tab content. This is tough. Maybe, do we want to do this? Tell me what you think of this. Yeah, it really depends. Okay. This certainly won't look the greatest, but it could just be good for an outline. So if we give this a border, just a 1 pixel border, and then of course we give it some padding. Control, no Alt, no Shift. Something like that. I hate this margin at the bottom of that paragraph. So that'll be, yeah, for this thing to have a specific style of 0 at the bottom. I mean, what I'm trying to think about right now is, do I have some kind of reset style? Like this last paragraph here, we want this to have a margin of 0. So that way the padding along here matches, right? It's 2 rem across the whole thing. This just, like, it doesn't collapse here. So instead of setting this tab, well, maybe it would be, if we put this to 1, then that'll collapse because there's 1 here and 1 there. But does everything else have a padding of 1? I can't remember now. Do you know what I mean? Like if it ends in a list, This is, this is a list item to end the rich text element. Yeah, so this list is a little bit less in terms of, like, look at this. Yeah, this list element inside a rich text is 0.5. So not very much. This is another paragraph. Look at this spacing difference from top to bottom. This is a numbered list. Again, we need consistent spacing from top to bottom of So I think what we need to do, truthfully, is all unordered lists nested under rich text should be 1.5. No, because what's a paragraph? Paragraph is 1. Okay, so it just needs to be 0.5. 0.5. There we go. And same thing for the ordered lists. 0.5. 0.5 what? There. So a few other things we might want to style. So what does an image look like? Let's go here. Let's go stock photography. Let's look at this cool cat with the glasses. I love this picture. I mean, there's different options here of how this is going to be done. Well, let's just, this is a cool cat with glasses. Okay. And here, continuing paragraph, that is. We have 4 spacing. Okay, so let's go figure. Can I do all figures inside of a rich text? Okay, I can easily do this here. That makes sense. That's pretty straightforward. I wonder if we should get a little bit more from the top, like a very little bit more. Oh, that won't even work. It'll have to be basically, yeah, 1.25. And again, because those margins are collapsing. But what's a heading? let's give this a little bit. I feel like we should have some spacing here on these elements. No, right. We want to keep it neutral so that the user can figure that out. Right. Okay. So I think that's pretty good. Is there anything else that we need to think about within these captions? Maybe the caption size. Yeah, it's got a good size. I like that already. But this line height might just be a little bit too much. No, that's pretty good. But that's better. That's better. Okay. Okay. I like that. Oh, where's my email? Okay, good. No emergencies. That's always good. Just wanted to check, keep my messages, an eye out on my messages, because one of my clients just unveiled a pretty big announcement, basically like a 9-figure government investment. So that's pretty huge. So that's cool. Well, it's pretty exciting for them and for the industry too, I imagine. And yeah, so just managing their web presence. So want to make sure everything's good to go. So yeah, all right. So we got our tabs. I mean, oh, those are buttons. I mean, I could add a bunch of spacings and whatever, but again, the whole reason for the style sheet is just to be really, really minimal and just give you a good reset base level for you to go ahead and implement your own design, right? Okay. And again, I think there's going to be a little bit of a I don't know what's the word here. Like when we're going from the style guide, I think there's going to be a little bit more added on once you get into the components, and then from the components, the components are going to be developed, I think, kind of like I said, on the fly as I'm building other websites for clients and just other projects or what have you, and just make up those components, and then and then end up releasing them, I guess, to you guys if you guys want to use them. Okay. So the thing about the grid, oh boy. It's tough to know what to do with the grid, and I don't know what the tendency is from Webflow designers of using full grid systems to lay out their web pages. Because it's a different thing when you're laying out visually versus laying out in code. I find it's quite different. Because in CSS, you can just lay out your whole website in a grid in just a couple of lines of code. But when you're using the editor, you almost, I don't know if you want to say you want to give yourself more flexibility. I don't know. I don't know how useful a grid system is going to be. But then again, I use grids quite often, whether it's 1 column, 2 columns. So maybe it will be. Okay, let's make some grids. Right, so elements, button, elements, rich text, okay. So again, we got to make classes which are not going to be wanting to be reused or utilized by people that are going to use the style guide, right? Because the whole idea is you copy and paste the style guide into your project, or that's like the base starting point of your project. So that means all the classes are going to be copied over. So we're going to call this, maybe we could start everything with like style guide, like SG and then dash or something like that. I don't know. Okay, let's just go with grids anyway. So we're going to do, and do we use dashes or not? So what we're going to do here is we're going to say, you know, this is grid column. And then obviously 12, 2, 3. Oh, you know, hang on a second. Grid column. I'm trying to think of how I should style this, like visually, to display that it's, you know, that it's 12 grid elements. Okay. Or that is 12 columns. We could do something like this. We have grid column, and let's give it a background. We have primary light, right? Give it a background of primary light. And let's use grid here, obviously. And gonna make everything pretty simple with one REM as the column gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's done. And then you go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And actually, even before we do that, let's go. Do I want to put something inside? Okay. Grid content style. So yeah, what should I call it? Style? Style guide, grid element. Oh God, that's horrible. And you know, let's give it. I want to give it height, right? That's too much. And let's say, well, it needs to be 100%. And just for the sake of clarity, do we want to give it a border radius? 1.5. Oh, it's 2, right? So just 1 will be fine. All right, copy 1. Copy is not working. Let's refresh. Refresh, please. Right, so that's your 12 grid. How helpful is this? Heading. Grid. Like 12 columns. Is this H2? That'll probably be H3 if I have a. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now I'm thinking, do we want to set up layout grids? So we could obviously do, grid 11 like this. 10, or you have 11 grid elements. Or do you want to do it where, within a grid, you can span like multiple columns? And so what I mean by that, let's see if this makes sense. So in here, you could have, let's just delete one. And this one here spans, let's go grid span 2. So this one spans 2. Right? And then you can make your layout like that. And then this is grid span 2. Yeah, I don't think that's very useful. I don't think that's very useful at all, to be honest. At least not right now. The following. Too quickly. A grid item. I don't know if it makes sense to even say that each grid is going to span. That's what I'm looking for. Span 100%. Right, like with grid 11. Yeah, grid 10. 2, 3, 4. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 REM. Get rid of that, and you're done. Right. Do we want to do this? If we visually need to display, well, I guess we could, and we could start to, we could do some mobile responsiveness. That's one thing we gotta put in here. So 12, 11. I mean, like I would never use an 11. would use 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to have 8. Grid 8, 3 on this page. Where do I have a grid 8 already on this page? Are you kidding me? Oh. I have it here. Okay, look at that. What did I oh man, that's hilarious. What do I have here for grid 8? Okay, 1 REM. And I don't know why it has 12. What the hell is going on here? That should be just grid 8. It's funny. What's it being overridden by? That's what it says, eh? Values come from grid 8. Okay, you guys go away for a second. And let's clean up. All right, remove all that necessary junk. Okay, clean up again. Yeah, this is causing issues, I think. All right, remove. Okay. There we go. Grid 8. New style. 1 REM. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. Oh, wait, maybe not done. Remove the extra row. And remove. Okay. And 6 will be another common one. 6 and then 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Delete. Oh, 4. Okay. Grid 3. One REM, 3 and 1, and delete, paste, grid 2. This is going to be pretty straightforward here because there's already 2. And I mean grid 1 actually just makes no sense. Okay, and then we can work to figure out what it's, how to break this down on the different breakpoints. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so maybe we can start figuring out how to lay out the style guide then. as I just so eloquently mentioned. Okay, there's the body. Let's just go with something a little bit different, like pixel style guide. How do we even want to lay this out? Do we want to have a menu? I think a menu probably works. Oh, I want to... There's definitely a style guide that I remember I used to like. Yeah, this is done really nice. Yeah, I'm not sure that. Okay, so the question here, or not the question, but the issue is styling the style guide without having any unnecessary styles that aren't going to be utilized in, in the actual project. So I'm thinking, well, maybe we could put it all in here. So we go pixel, style guide, menu, and style guide, body. Oh. I find it so weird to rename classes just using regular text as opposed to just, like this, because that's just how CSS is written. But Webflow does rewrite CSS when it actually compiles it. Oops. But I think from what they say in terms of how they like things, if they're going to go like in their web store or whatever, to use actual like camel case regular text to describe your classes or to name your classes. Okay. So let's actually put everything in here. Wait. What just happened? Did I create another? Oh, weird. I don't know what I did there. Typography. What did I do? I mean, this stuff, I guess, should be in typography. Okay. Anyways, weird. Okay, these are utilities. So how do I want to lay this all out? Questions. I'm thinking of a sidebar and just having it fixed. Or do I even want it fixed? It doesn't have to be fixed. So what we could do is the style guide. We could set it up. We could set up as a grid, like so. And we can set our how's this going to work on mobile now that I'm thinking about it? I guess we can just have the menu because it's just going to be a menu. Right, so we want this to be specific size. What size do we want it to be? I don't know. Something like that. And we can have 0 spacing in between. We're only going to need 2 rows. And just be done like this. Then that is our layout. And we can add some padding to this guy if we want, right? And let's add a little bit. Here would be the menu. How do we want to make this? Do we want to make this an actual? What do we want to make it an actual menu? Like this. We can take this basic menu. How does this look like on mobile again? So when you click open and then drop down, it opens up the other elements. So that might be okay. Like if we just copy this and we go here and we go into the menu, paste it. Well, we're not gonna have a logo. Right, and this is actually going to be horizontal. Or, well, vertical, I should say. Right, where everything's going to be like this. No. Vertical. And why is that not aligning? That is a question. I think because there's padding somewhere or margins. So I don't want to mess around with that. Do not mess around with this. Why is this getting... It just needs to be put to 0, I guess. Oh. So undo that. I just don't know why it's doing that. Okay, and basically this could be like, you know, headings, whatever. I have to be very careful here. Let's get a good background. I wonder, do we want it to be our primary color? Gotta be careful with that, because if the primary color changes, well, yeah, the primary color can easily change depending on the project. So if it's a light color and the text is dark or light, we'll have some issues. All right, but still, I don't know. Okay, let's keep that there for now. Okay. Think. Okay, let's flesh this out just a little bit. should be paragraph instead. Style guide. It's minimal. Style guide, yeah, it's most powerful, which resets many of the margins. Sensible. And one thing that I want to do here is I'm going to put style guide heading. Okay, that's going to be inline block. I'm going to what am I going to do? I'm going to capitalize. I'm going to beef up the font size. Ooh, maybe even 900. Break this down a little bit more. Oh, yeah, that's too much. Maybe let's go 875. Height 1.25 maybe. And background. Maybe black now. Accent. I gotta come up with better colors too. Let's just do this for now, and let's give it my goodness, a little bit of padding point. Okay, that's way off. So headings. Okay, so let's add. That's way too much. Or even just one. Okay. Let's copy. And then I have paragraphs. Oops. I mean, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rename this. Oh. What did I call it? Pi style guides section. Right. Copy, paste, because oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, no, redo that one. It's this one here. Oh, no. No, I'm right in what I was doing. Block quotes. Maybe I could pluralize everything. It's headings, paragraphs, block quotes. 2, 3, 4. Oop. This is just font size. There's font sizes. I was gonna say modifiers, but so unordered lists. And then ordered lists. Oh, I got a sneeze coming. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And then we can delete that. And then we have rich text. For this, you are going to want add a class of rich text to the element. Maybe add a class of rich text to each rich text element in your project. So wrap with span. We're gonna call this, text span pi this class name. That's background. Let's just give it a color primary for now. And let's super bold it. This is the start of a rich text element. Paragraph, headings, block quote, are the same as those elements that are, is that what they're calling it? Yeah. And the designer. This is a link to embed rich content. So I don't have anything for rich content. For video URL. I'll have to play with that as we go along. But I do want to add an image. This is What should I put on here? Okay. I feel like, I mean, we already have the headings here. We don't have to redo them. Yeah, let's center it. And then okay. So we're coming together. All right, it's going to be a lot more because of the font size. Why was bottom 3? Ah, this is why. That is why. Let's go to all of those. Utility. There we go. Okay. Okay. Headings, paragraphs, block quotes, font sizes, rich text, colors. Colors. So by editing each, what are they called? Like color swatches. Yeah, swatch. Colors can be added by editing each swatch to their desired color. That is true. So, what about grid 3 perhaps? And then I have my primary colors. Where's primary dark? What just happened? What just happened? Did I lose a color? Either I lost it or I just didn't do it. Didn't make it. Though that would be very weird. All right, let's try this again. Primary dark. Primary dark background. Pretty sure I do have it. Yeah. Primary dark text. Primary light text. Primary dark text, which I don't have a swatch. But this is primary dark here. Okay, interesting. So we have secondary light, secondary dark. All right, so that's what I want for my grayscale. That's what I want, sorry, for my primary colors. For grayscale, it could be 6. So this is where if I wanted it to line up nicely, this is where I could do some work and put it under one grid. Oh, I'm tired. Okay. Primary text. And to set a background color, use primary background. So it's really color name background or color name text, right? That's pi class name. Whoops. I think. Can I just italicize that? I can, but I don't have the style. That's okay. not signed in. I think it is pixel, right? So we want this. What's the difference between this one and this one? I don't know, but get rid of that one. I don't think we need both. Nope, I don't think we do. Oh, I need to update some of this stuff on my website here. Yeah, a few things need to be updated. We'll get to that next week. Oh, how long it's going to take for that to reload here. Okay. I don't have, well, not much more to do. These are just like hidden. Throw all these in here. Mm-hmm. I think what I'm going to do, instead of hiding each individual one, go here, add a class of hidden, 2 birds with 1 stone, because that's a utility. I should probably do other things. Dot hidden to hide an element. Buttons. And this is a form or forms. Paste. And we're going to have, I think it's tabs. Oh. this is tab 1. This is the content area for tab 2. Actually, I like this. This is straight to the point. This is grids. You just do grid 12. This we have pi class name, right? Grid 10. Grid 9. Six. Four. 3. 2. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, you know what? This is going to be annoying because when I want to do this now, it's not going to allow me. Ah. You gotta do all that after. Right, so yeah. So all right, so grid 12 at this size, what should we make it? I think, oh my goodness, it definitely depends on the project, but let's make educated guesses here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 would be good. Grid 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bring that down to 5. Grid 9 is easy. We'll take that down to 3. Grid 8. Take you down to 4. Grid 6. Take you down to 3. Grid 4. Take you down to 2. Grid 3 will do nothing at this stage. And same with grid 2. Then and then actually even just when we get to a tablet, let's go back here and let's edit this grid. And we're actually just going to make this one column but 2 rows. And then on a phone, you're going to go down to 2. You are going to go down as well to 2. Grid 9, you're going to go down to 1. Grid 8 to 2. Grid 6. We'll take you down to 2. Grid 4. Again, this one's a little tricky. Grid 3. Yeah. This one's tricky as well, but we'll take it down to 1 now. And then we go to the last one. Grid 12 goes down to 1. Grid 10 down to 1. And 8 and 6. You go down to 1. Okay, we won't worry about what the rest of everything and why it's causing everything to be a little bit wonky. It's probably the form, but we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, what did I do? Maybe this one doesn't need one because it's the last thing at the bottom. Okay. Where is all this stuff? It's in this one. Okay. Paste. No grids. But, oh, I was going to do rich text. So now we're going to have utility classes. Bottom dot top. So there's any other things that I might have. Stuff shouldn't be in this utility thing, but we'll organize that in a bit. This also does not need to be displayed. Okay, so what do we got? We got headings, paragraphs, font, block quotes, font styles, unordered lists, order lists, rich text, colors, buttons, forms, tabs, grids. What else do we have here? I mean, column sections, yeah. Lists, yeah. Buttons, link block, links. We could do stuff with links. Links. Hover. Animations. What else do we need to do? Headings, text link. Collection items. I don't know. I did the select. I got the text area. I have the submit form. Yeah, file upload. You can't bring that in because it's premium. Although I don't have this reCAPTCHA. Set key. Okay, I guess there's not much we can do with this one because it's just kind of there. I need a new. I want to get this for one of my other sites. Okay. Just delete that. Okay, I think we have all like kind of the native Webflow elements. There's this stuff. There's not this stuff, but well, there's tabs, slider, lightbox. I don't even like using them. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like to up their functionality using FinSuite. What is this map? I don't think I've ever used it as Google Maps API key. Yeah. It's kind of cool, but I don't think it's necessary for a beginner, like a beginning style guide, like a minimal style guide, because it looks like that's just gonna plop in the map. Okay. This needs to be cleaned up. I'm gonna fix this. We'll fix this later, because it's just about time for me to go. Pixel pieces. Let's look at the settings here for a second. Let's look at fonts. That's saved. So is it updating? There it goes. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. And yeah, so probably this weekend, I'm going to try to finish it up this weekend. I hope I can. But next week, what we're going to do, we're going to start working on the things that we're going to do to the business to make sure that we can get more clients. We really need to focus on getting more clients. So we're going to do a little bit of talks, a little bit of discussion on our finances, and talk about maybe what our price points are and how we're going to get our customers, and really setting ourselves up for success, and really kind of ramping up the business, because it's time to make, it's time to make a whole lot of money. That's what we're going to focus on next week. All right. So until then, have yourselves a great weekend, and thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. And of course, as always, I'll see you on the next stream. Have a good one.